this video, I'm going to show you how to make this cute treat box with the Tricks and Treats bundle in the mini catalog. The dies include this bag die, so if you cut 2 of these, you can create any size bag that you want. I'm going to show a couple different variations. Here's an edge that you can use to create this zigzag edge as well, and then you can use these to cut holes for ribbon or for string or twine or anything like that. So to start, I've cut out 2 pieces of the bag die using that zigzag top out of the Them Bones Designer Series paper. I thought the gray side with the bones would be cute for a bag. I'm going to fold on all the score lines that were created by the die, which is also really cool. And then I'm going to put the 2 sides together. I'm going to use tear and tape, which is really great for these bags and boxes. And just measure it there, and you can just tear it. And we'll put some on this one. And then we'll do the same thing on the other one on that same tab. So now I'm going to line these 2 up by the score line right here and on that edge. And then to do the other side, I recommend, instead of trying to do it in your hands, to do it flat on the table. Just place your bag flat, and then when this folds over, if you lined up the other side correctly, this one should line up correctly, and now you have your bag. So for the bottom, I'm going to put some adhesive on these little tabs right here. So I'm just going to put some right on the end on that one. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. And I'm going to fold those in. And then I will line this up. And then I'm going to do some adhesive on this piece right here. So now to really secure the bag, I'm going to put a block. This is a D block in the bottom, and I'm just going to use that to weigh it down while I create the elements that are going to go on the top. So I'm going to stamp this scary, spooky house in Gorgeous Grape. And then I have already cut one out. I have also punched a 2 1/4 circle. And you can use, a larger circle if you want, but I'm just going to adhere the spooky house, and then I've cut out a ghost from dies, and then I've also cut out this boo, and I've put it on an adhesive sheet. I am going to use a dimensional on the bee, but I wanted the rest of it to be sticky to stick to the house. So I'm just going to put a dimensional right about there. I'll put a dimensional up here and attach the house to the vellum. And then we'll do one on the ghost. And then we've got boo. Okay, and so now I'm going to put dimensionals behind the other dimensionals. And I'm going to take the block out. Hopefully that is secure now. And for this bag, I'm going to pinch it. So I'm going to pinch the sides here, and that's going to create a nice closure here for me to do some ribbon or some twine. And so I'm going to just put this right on here, right about there. And then I'm going to add some of these rhinestones. These are the iridescent pastel gems. And I'm going to do 3 large ones. And I'm going to use these lighter ones, but I want them to be more orange. So I'm going to show you how I colored them to make them orange. So I used a blends marker, pumpkin pie. I cut the boo out of the pumpkin pie. And I'm just going to use this to color the rhinestone and let it dry. And then the rhinestone will look more orange. And if you want to, after it dries, you can come back and color it again. For the top, I used this iridescent twine and I colored it with the blends markers. But I was thinking it would be fun to use the Very Vanilla and to color that with the blends. So I'm gonna try that for this box here. So I keep my old blends even if their tips are messed up, because they're great for coloring ribbon because they still have a little bit of color left in them. And so I want to use that color all up, and for coloring ribbon, I don't really care what the marker looks like or how it ends up necessarily. So these are great to use for coloring your ribbon. And I love coloring the ribbon because then I can get perfectly coordinated ribbon for my cards and projects. So for this bag, I'm just gonna use a handheld punch that is 1/8 of an inch. And this is something that Stampin' Up used to sell that I really enjoyed using. So now I'm gonna thread this through from the front to the back. And then I will thread the same side through. So now that I have this threaded, I'm gonna tie a little knot. So now I'm just gonna do 2 bunny ears and tie them in a knot to get my cute little bow here. And there we have our cute little ghost bag. When you place a $50 order using my current host code, you can get my Tricks and Treats class for just $5 shipping. Just email me and let me know that you would like this class, and I would be happy to send you one.